Okay, we just came from there, G37, and we're going to go up. This is G20 here. We're going to go up there. That goes up to the top of the mountain. Probably doesn't look steep here. It's pretty steep and pretty long. So, when I first started riding, I went up there and went, holy crap. I was hoping that all the trails weren't like this. Because as you can see, it turns into a river when it's raining. And we've had a lot of rain lately. So I'm going to have to be pretty careful going down. It looks flat. Camera tends to flatten stuff out. It's definitely not as steep here. But you really have to choose your line. Pretty long. Funniest story I have about this trail is at the very top I saw, I don't know whether it was a Volvo wagon or a Subaru wagon or something parked right there. And I was like, God, that guy made it up that hill. Trail 4 here, T4. So, I was like, man, somebody, I mean, I'm not even sure it was four-wheel drive. It might have been. I mean, it was just like a passenger vehicle. It was a wagon, though. I was like, man, oh man. Somebody drove their vehicle up here, and then I was coming down G20, and there's a guy just walking with 2 or 3 dogs. He's just taking his dogs for a walk up a gravelly hill. I don't know why he chose this over like a park that's got grass. Dogs looked happy though. One of the dogs, like some kind of hound, either a beagle or something like that. He was walking through one of the muddy puddles, just stopped and starts lapping it up, getting a drink. Like the dog was enjoying his life. He said, parks are for sissies. I don't want to hit that butterfly. I saw the bear one time. He turned around and hauled off in a hauled ass in the other direction, thank God. Man, those things can move. No way I could outrun one on a dirt bike. Unless I was on pavement. But a trail like this, I'm not going to outrun a bear. Okay, here we're on G20. Here's the big rock there. Show you where I saw the guy with the walking his dogs. seen elk up here before. Saw 3 elks, and then I saw another 3 elk on G7 once. I was wondering if it's the same ones hanging out together. But they're pretty high up. I was surprised. When I saw them here, they took off and then went down one of these hills here on this, and I stopped and looked over the edge where they went down. It was like straight down. I was like, damn. Those things are pretty sure-footed for how big they are. Pretty amazing that they could go down a hill that steep. Came through here and graded it with the bulldozer, I think last year, and it's actually bumpier. Maybe it's bumpier than it was. Seems to be less puddles, but it's definitely bumpy. This is where I saw the guy walking with his dogs. This puddle here used to be a lot deeper, a lot bigger. It's pretty funny. I got it on video, it's on YouTube. Not very often you see somebody out on a hike with their dogs in Windrock, especially up here. Now I have seen a guy on a side-by-side with his dog. He has well, it's actually a big quad. I don't think it's a side-by-side. I think it's a big quad. And he has a cage on the back, and he puts his dog in there and drives her, drives her out. I've seen him a couple times. Kind of nice to see somebody riding with his doggy. Used to be all really deep puddles. They did a pretty good job smoothing it out. It's standing up now. G19 or Trail 19 here. Yeah, Trail 19. That's a Jeep Badge of Courage trail. I'm not quite sure what that means. I think if if you complete it, you get some kind of medallion. This pocket's pretty narrow through here, and you don't want to go to the right. You don't want to go to the right, but you can help it. Look like some elk trails back there. The elk's probably saying, damn, this is a rough trail. Whew. Have to stand up again. This is just hard packed clay. That's why it's so rough. It'd be difficult. It's almost like concrete. It'd be difficult. I think those are definitely turn again. They look like elk trails. Yeah, those are elk. See how big they are? They look like deer tracks. There's one right there. They look like deer tracks, but they're flatter on the bottom. And about twice as big. I don't know where they go during the day. But I've seen them up here before. We go past the oil pump, the oil derrick up here on the left. We're getting close to the hill to go down. I remember riding up here in November one time. Man, it was that cold. I went down by this oil derrick. There were a few puddles down here covered in ice. Here's the oil derrick. Can smell oil. But some of the puddles were covered with ice because it's on the shaded side of the mountain. Mountain blocks all the sun. And so I turned around. I don't mind it a little chilly, but I've ridden a dirt bike on ice before. It's not a smart thing to do. They have limited traction. Here's the... Yikes. Here's the trail down. Be careful doing this. So that trail G20 is not bad at all. Used to have a lot more puddles on it. I figured with all this rain, it would be in bad shape, but maintenance crew did a great job last year smoothing it out. I don't know, know if you can see how steep it is. This is pretty much level here. Maybe 45 degrees. A little bit of rut action there. Once that water starts developing a rut, it'll just create a stream there every time you don't want to go off to the right. Just create a river. And it gets deeper and deeper and deeper. And the side-by-sides get stuck, so they just keep spinning their tires. Eventually you get a 2-foot rut that you really don't want to go into on a dirt bike. Unless you're really strong and you want to be able to lift a 200-pound bike. So pretty much I know where all the crappy sections are where I ride, so we'll go to the end of G20, I guess. We're still on G20. We'll go all the way out to the main trail. It was a nice loop.